Welcome back to Supers Live. It's time for Supers post race. We're going to wrap it up here from Mosport Speedway. If you missed the race, don't forget we'll have it on demand, and then within 72 hours it'll be on our YouTube channel at Supers Online Racing. We've got our winner here with us, driver of the number 35 first to finish race servers machine from Pulaski, New York. Our first back-to-back Snowball Derby champion since Ray Sand in 2008 and 9. Rocket Rob Warren. Congratulations, Rob. That was a pretty dominating performance out there. How happy are you to win your third Supers feature in a row and your second Snowball Derby?
It's pretty awesome, man. I went out and practiced earlier tonight. I tried a bunch of the newer setups that we've been running, and I just couldn't seem to figure out what I wanted. And then I loaded last year's third place finishers setup, Kyle Clark's. That's the great thing about this league is we share the top three setups, and I threw Kyle Clark's setup in there, and it went fast. And I'm like way faster than what I was running. So I grabbed onto Derek Backus's second place finishing setup from last year, and it was even faster. And so I said, well, just for giggles, let me grab my setup from last year, and it was even better than that. So lucked out at a track that had a setup that I could run from last year just by pulling a one click of gear out and adding one click of stagger to it. Car was on rails. Car was awesome. But that doesn't say nothing for the rest of the field. Keith was right behind me, and I could not pull away from him like I thought I might be able to. As good as my car was, Keith's was not that far off of it. Looked like he was just a little bit higher in 1 and 2 than I was. But what a great race, man. Crazy Canuck Snowball Derby. Crazy layout, crazy setup. Heat races, a dash, and a feature. Welcome back. Welcome to 2018 Supers. What a fun race.
For sure. It was a wild one. It's always a wild one here at the Crazy Canuck. Rob Warren, your winner here tonight of the 14th annual Crazy Canuck Snowball Derby. And this is a race that he's won the Challenge Championship with before. Not this year, though, because the CPR, the real CPR Motorsports team of Steady Steve Callahan and Keith Put One On You Powell picked up the Snowball Derby Team Challenge points, and that's got to be really exciting. We'll go to Keith Powell first as he finished second in this race. Keith, steady as she goes, like your teammate's nickname, was the key to this one, bringing that car home in one piece. But what was the toughest part of that 50-lapper throughout those 50 laps? Where was it the toughest part of the race?
For me, the toughest was right on the start and the restarts. My car's pretty decent after it got some laps in it. You know, brakes warmed up, my tires heated up, and then I was pretty decent. I could kind of stay at the same distance with Rob, but he would just pull away from me off the start and definitely pull me off it too. He had a really good car tonight, so I'm pretty happy just to be able to keep him in the sights throughout the whole race. But yeah, once it got going, it was pretty good hot rod there. So Steve kind of helped me out a little bit tonight on this deal, and it showed. So pretty, we didn't get a win, but pretty pumped up that we got the team win, man. That's pretty awesome for us. So just wanted to thank real quick Supers, Breeze Graphics, First and Finish Servers. Really appreciate them. Had a great last year and hope 2018 continues with some great racing out there.
Keith Put One On You Powell, your second place finisher and one part of the CPR Motorsports team and one part of the Supers 2018 Snowball Derby Challenge team. The other part of that team, Steady Steve Callahan. Steve, out there, you got to admit that it was pretty crazy at the start there, but can you explain what happened between you and Nelson Rodriguez? There was some beat and banging going on. Looked like maybe under braking. What exactly happened out there that put you to the back? And then how bad was the car as you tried to work your way back up to the front?
I really don't know. I had to look at the replay. I thought I carried the line into the corner. I didn't realize if he was under me or not. But he had some damage to the tail section, so car was pretty loose the whole race. Really didn't tighten up at all, so we were ice skating around there for the whole time. But still had a real good time. Had a great race with Kyle, almost the whole race there, and coming down to the last to turn 4. I guessed right. I threw it to the outside, and a lap car kind of cut down in front of him, and I was able to drag race him back to get third. So, just had a great time. Big congrats to Rob. He's on a pretty good roll right now, so we got some work to do to catch him. And it's pretty cool to be teamed the way it worked out, to be teamed up with my teammate Keith, and to get this team win. It's pretty awesome. A lot of fun, and just thank all you guys for coming out, having a great night racing. Thank you, SUPRS, Breeze Graphics. Thank you, First to Finish servers, and all you guys for putting this on and putting all the hard work into it.
Steady Steve Callahan comes home with a 3rd place finish overall, but gets those 10 bonus points as being part of the Snowball Derby Team Challenge team. A great one, and I'll tell you what, that was pretty neat for sure to see those two real friends and teammates and supers be on the same team that wins that. Hey, if you want to go super modified sim racing, you can do it with an original. The